going to be doing a reading on my fellow Virgos. Now, I'm not a Virgo sun, but I am a Virgo rising. And I thought this was the perfect time to do a reading today because the moon right now is in Virgo. Uranus just went into Gemini. And Virgo risings are going to be highly impacted in a major way when it comes to our career space. Okay. With this transit into with Uranus going into Gemini. So bear with me, guys. I'm going to be actually streaming on two different platforms today. So if you're watching this recording, watching the playback, and you see me looking over, I'm just looking over at another screen because I'm talking and chatting with the people in that live as well. So y'all just kind of bear with me if you see me moving over, okay? But again, like I said, if you're watching this live, we're going to be talking about Virgos today. If you are watching the recording, the playback of this reading, make sure to chime in the comments where you are watching from. Um, and definitely let me know, if you're a Virgo sun, moon, or rising, and if you're a cross watcher and you happen to know a Virgo or you're involved with a Virgo, then make sure to share this live with them, okay? Maybe a message that they may need to hear, okay? So welcome to the room. We're going to be talking about the Virgos today, sun, moon, and rising, okay? So if you're a Virgo, definitely chime in the comments. If you're a cross watcher, definitely make sure to let me know where you're tuning in from, okay? So give me a second before we get started. I'm going to go ahead and get the live started here on my other platform, and then we're just going to go from there. All right. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, if you see me looking off, if you see me looking over in one direction, if you see me looking here, that just means that I'm live on two different platforms. So I'm communicating with people on both platforms. Okay, so bear with me. All right, so welcome to the room, guys. I was just talking to my YT channel people here. For those of you who are joining me, we're going to be doing a reading today for the Virgo sun, moon, and rising. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. Now, if you want to watch the replay of this reading, you're going to have to go check me out over on my YT channel, okay, because it's going to be saved there. Okay, so you guys can go back and watch it. Okay, so like I was telling my Earthos and Earthettes here on my YT channel, Uranus just went into Gemini. So Virgo risings, Virgo placements are definitely going to be feeling this transit in a major way, especially if you are a Virgo rising. Oh, and thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Welcome to the room. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Um, oh, it's your birthday. Congratulations, Luna. Yeah, congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Let's see. So you are a Taurus. So shout out to my fellow Earth signs, Taurus. I'm a Capricorn sign, so I love my fellow Taurus. Okay, so make sure if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. If you are not following me, definitely do that. Okay. All right. So yeah, you as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm not gonna waste too much time because I know when people come to get readings, they want to get right to the good stuff, okay, to the nitty gritty of things. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, before I get into the reading, I do like to take a moment just to give thanks to the Most High for allowing me to be here, okay, because at the end of the day, I'm still very much a spiritual person and I believe in God and I believe that we all come from one consciousness, okay? Regardless of what name or label you want to put on it, okay? So just give me a moment. Let me give honor to the Most High God for allowing me to be here and allowing me to be present right now in this moment today to do a general reading for my Virgo sun, moon, and risings. And I just ask the Most High God to allow me to deliver whatever message I need to deliver to the Virgo sun, moon, and rising placements out there in the world. Okay, so if you are a cross watcher, definitely make sure that you subscribe, you like, you follow all of the things, so that way you can know whenever I do a reading for you. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. And what I say in most of my readings is, this is a general reading. So what that means is there are a million of you out there in the world who have Virgo placements, whether it's a Virgo rising like myself, sun, or moon. Okay, a lot of you out there. So not every reading is going to be exact, okay? And so therefore it's up to you to let me know kind of where you fall in the timeline, okay? Because we're all on different paths. We're all on a different path here in this world, in this game, in this matrix that we call life. Okay, so it's up to you to let me know where you fall in this reading, what path you're on, and if it resonates with you. Okay, all right. So let's jump right into it. And like I said, Virgo risings like myself, we're going to be highly impacted in our career space as Uranus is moving into Gemini. So if you are a Virgo rising, shout out to you. Um, I'm excited for us. I'm excited for all the signs, but of course, I'm excited for the Virgo risings because this is going to be touching in our career space. So, hey, I'm ready to get to this bag like everybody else in the world. Okay. All right. So let's jump right into it. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where the energy flows for this reading. I am going to, well, I thought I was going to do that. I changed my mind. I was going to make some adjustments to the camera so that you guys here on my YT channel can see my cards better, but I'm just going to hold them up like I normally do. And that way you guys can see it, okay? So let's go right into it. Let's see where this goes. All right, so the first card that comes out here for you guys is the Create card, okay? So, of course, I'm not surprised to see that, right? Because a lot of you Virgos are in your creative bag right now. A lot of you are going to be getting downloads. You're going to be, you know, getting a lot of ideas that are going to be downloading, right, into your consciousness as Uranus moves into Gemini, okay? Some of you may decide that you want to start a career, you want to start a business. Some of you have been thinking about that, okay? Whether that business is, you know, a physical business, a digital business, if it's online space, whatever that is that you've been wanting to do, Virgo, now is the time to do that, okay? Spirit is validating that this is the time to be creative, okay? This is the time to be creative. So whatever you've been thinking about that you want to create, it's time to step into that, Virgo. Okay? Yeah. 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 Because for some of you Virgos, you're feeling like your cup is not full right now. And, you know, I think a lot of us, you know, tend to feel that way whenever we're not doing something that's within our passion, right? It's something that we enjoy doing. Whenever we're not doing that, sometimes we can feel like our cup is not full, and we need our cup to be full, right? And so again, Spirit is telling you to go ahead and step outside of the box, okay? If you've been wanting to create something, you've been wanting to start something, Virgo, now is the time to do that, okay? Yeah. Fill your own cup up, Virgo. All right? Yeah. Yeah. And some of you might need to take a vacation in order to kind of get the creative juices flowing. Also, with this fill your cup card here, it shows someone, it kind of looks like she's in like the water, the ocean, right? She's vacationing. She's probably on a beach somewhere. Okay. So for some of you, you might need to take a vacation. You might need to clear your mind, clear your headspace. So that way you can open yourself up and you can start to receive the downloads. Okay. For you to be more creative. All right. And take advantage of this new energy that we're stepping into, Virgo. All right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's clearly saying that some of you need to take a vacation, okay? So Virgo risings, Virgo sun, moon, I don't know if you've been working really hard, but Spirit wants you to get in the flow. And sometimes the way to really get into the flow is to step out of your environment first. Step out of your environment, Virgo. And then go on a vacation, clear your mind, relax, right? So that way you can be able to come back and you can be creative and you can start, you know, creating more, okay? I don't know if some of you have been feeling like you're blocked. You know, sometimes we can have like writer's block. We can have any form of creative blockage, right? So sometimes we need to get out of our environments and we need to get somewhere where we can be creative. We can relax a little bit, okay? Yeah. Yeah. And that sacral chakra is connected to creativity as well. So some of you need to work on your sacral chakra, okay? You need to wear more orange. You need to eat more orange-colored fruits and vegetables, okay? So that way you can balance and heal your sacral chakra, okay? And open up the creative flow and juices for you, okay? Yeah. Like I said, some of you have been feeling stuck. You've been feeling blocked, okay? You haven't been able to create like you want because you're feeling stuck, Virgo, okay? Like I just said before, that's why some of you need to take the opportunity and you need to go on some type of vacation or retreat or go in some type of like healing waters, okay? If you live somewhere where there's natural springs, natural waters, maybe you need to go dip in that and you need to, you know, work on healing and balancing your sacral chakra, okay? If some of you have any sort of emotional damage, like if you've experienced any emotional trauma, a lot of times that can block your ability to be able to create, right? Because you've experienced a lot of emotional trauma, and so your sacral chakra is not balanced anymore, okay? So if that is part of the reason why some of you Virgos feel like when it comes to your creativity you're feeling stuck, it could be because you need to work on healing your sacral chakra, perhaps from some type of emotional trauma that you've experienced, okay? Yeah. Yeah. And so for some of you Virgos, you need to literally get out of the house. Like literally get out of the house, okay? Yeah. Yeah. And if you can't take a vacation, hey, everybody, it's hard out here in the streets, in these streets for everybody. So everybody can't take a vacation and go somewhere. So that's why I suggested just going to the waters, okay? Whether it's just going to sit by a lake, okay? I'm not telling you to jump in the lake, okay, and get in the lake like this lady here, but go get close and near the water, okay, Virgo? Yeah. Yeah. If you can't go on a vacation, because everybody don't have it like that, okay? You said, where am I from? I'm from the South. Can you tell? Thanks everyone that's popping in and showing some love, tapping the screen. And, you know, tapping the screen is just kind of like, you know, giving me, you know, some snaps, you know, if you're in a poetry club or, you know, just clapping, all right? And just letting me know that you're here and we're connected, okay? So thank you guys for all the love. I appreciate it. All right, so let's keep it moving, Virgo. Yeah, because some of you have literally been up all night. Some of you have been literally losing sleep, Virgo. Who is it? Who is it? Anxiety driven, keeping you up at night? Is it because you need to go on a vacation and you're working too hard, Virgo? Is it because you're having writer's block, creative blockages, and it's keeping you up at night, Virgo? Like I said, some of you are feeling stuck, whether it's physically stuck, whether it's mentally stuck. Somebody is stuck, and I don't know which Virgo it is, but somebody is feeling stuck, and it's keeping you up at night. You can't even get any sleep. Okay? You can't even get any sleep. That's why Spirit says you need to take a break. Go on a vacation or something close to it. As close as you can get to a vacation, Virgo. You need to make it happen, okay? Because like I said, we're stepping into that Uranus and Gemini energy here for, you know, several years. And Virgos are going to, you know, see a lot of advantages I can't even talk, advantages with this energy, guys, okay? So let's take advantage of it. Yeah. 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 Some of you, you know, have been, you know, building when it comes to your home life, right? Some of you've been, you know, putting a lot of creative energy into your home as well, okay? Some of that could be an actual home business for Virgos. Some of you might be into real estate. You might be into flipping homes. You might be wanting to start a real estate business, okay? Virgo rising, sun, and moon, okay? Some of you might want to get into design as a business, okay? Decorating homes, okay? Yeah. So if this is you, Virgo, let me know. All right. But if you are in that space, right, that creative space, whether you are revamping and remodeling your home or you're someone who's wanting to go into the business of home decoration, remodeling, things of that nature, Spirit is telling you, Virgo, to go ahead and step out into that. I feel like some of you have been wanting to step into real estate of some shape, fashion, or form. And that is the energy that I pick up for a lot of you Virgos, okay? So some of you are going to be making investments, and that's going to be part of your getting to the bag under this Uranus energy for Virgos out there, okay? So if you are that Virgo, you've been thinking about getting into some form of property investments or home-related business, Spirit is giving you that validation to go ahead and step forward and do that. Okay. Go ahead and start the process of creating your business to do that, Virgo. Okay. Yeah. But if you're feeling stuck and you don't know where to start, it's been keeping you up at night because you don't know what to do, you don't know which direction to go, Virgo, that's why you need to get out of your house. You need to step away. Okay. Yeah. 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 And for some of you Virgos out there, you know, this business that you are wanting to step into, this is going to have a huge impact on your home environment as well. For some of you, this business is going to completely change your home environment, okay? Your home life, Virgo, okay? So you got to stop being afraid and being scared and just step out on faith and just do it, okay? Just do it. And if you're a Virgo, I know you've did all the research. You've done everything you need to do to make sure you've dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's. What Virgo would not have done that before they make a decision and decide to move forward with the business, okay? The next card that came out is the momentum card, okay? That signifies moving forward, okay? With this Uranus and Gemini energy that we're moving into, things are going to be moving quickly. You're going to be getting ideas and downloads quickly, fast, okay? So the momentum is about to pick up. If you've been feeling stuck creatively, mentally, okay, it's about to pick up real quick. You're about to come out of that space, Virgo, okay? Yeah. So just get ready is basically what I'm trying to tell you. Get ready, okay? Get ready, be ready so you don't have to get ready. That's the quote, all right? Yeah. Yeah. And then if you look on this card here, the license plate sort of says manifest, right? So for some of you, you've been manifesting, doing a lot of manifestations. And now the downloads are about to start coming in for you guys, okay? So it's important that you stay ready. And when we're talking about Uranus energy, just as quick as that idea can pop up in your head, it can be gone like that. Okay? So as soon as you get a download, you get an idea, you need to write it down, jot it down in your notes app or whatever you got to do, okay? Because Uranus energy moves quickly. All right? If you have a dream and you wake up the next day and you're like, "Oh my God, I had a vision, a dream, it came to me." You better write that. You better write that shit down. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Okay? Because this Uranus energy is not going to be playing with anybody. All right? At all. But it's going to be beneficial for the Virgos, okay? And that's why you guys got to be ready. Just like what Michael Jackson used to say, you know, he would never be able to sleep because he had to stay awake and wait for the downloads to come, because he didn't want the downloads to, you know, be sent, the creative ideas to be sent to Prince. I thought that was always a funny thing about Michael Jackson. And he was a Virgo sun. So, I mean, hey, like I said, you got to be ready and be prepared, okay? Be ready so you don't have to get ready. All right? For some of you Virgos, and I can account for this. Some of you Virgos have been indulging a little bit too much. And it's time for you to start working on your health, okay? Especially the Virgo risings, all right? It's time for you to start focusing on your health a little bit more. I mean, I was just literally at the movies, you know, on Thursday night, and I was eating, you know, some candy. I was eating a little crunch, you know, the little mini crunch things you can get from them from the movies. I was eating that at the movie theater, literally just chowing down on it. Okay, so I, as a Virgo rising, I'm definitely guilty of that. Okay, so for some of you, you've been doing a little bit too much indulging, and you need to scale back on that, and you need to start focusing on your health a little bit more. Okay, a little bit better. All right, come up off the chocolate and the chips and the candy and the ice creams, Virgo, and let's get it together. All right, let's hone in on that. Yeah. And for some of you who might be planning a trip soon, a vacation soon, because I did mention that the Virgos need to take a vacation. It's time for you to take a vacation, Virgo. Okay. So for some of you, you're going to be going on a vacation where there's going to be a lot of indulgence happening. Okay. So if that's the case, I'm not telling you not to indulge. Okay. Because if you're going on a cruise or you're going somewhere where it's going to be a lot of food, then by all means, get your money's worth. However, once you're done and you come back, Virgo, we need to scale it back and you need to start focusing more on your health. Okay. This is going to be very important for you. Okay. But enjoy your little vacay, honey, while you're on it now. Okay. You know what I mean? But get it together once you come back. All right. And if you are a Virgo who's already went on a vacation and you did do a lot of indulging, then the indulging is over with. Time to get it together. Okay. Yeah. 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 I know I could use a vacation. That is for darn sure. Some of you Virgos, like I said, you're feeling stuck, right? Some of you have been feeling stuck. And the reason for that is because a lot of you have been in solitude. A lot of you have been in solitude lately. I know for myself as a Virgo rising, I can speak to that also because I've literally been in solitude since I broke my ankle. Okay, for those of you who don't know, those of you who are in, my live and you follow me and you know the story, you know that I've been recovering from breaking my ankle. So I've literally spent a lot of time in solitude myself. Some of you have been in solitude like me. Some of you need to come out of that solitude. Okay, it's like I said, it's time for you to take a break, go on a vacation, do something for yourself. Okay, child, listen, speaking to myself on that, because I know I can definitely use a vacation as soon as I'm able to walk again. Fully walk fully, because it's hard out here. It's a struggle for you, girl. Okay, trying to walk. Oh, hello. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. You like these cards? Well, good. Good. Do you have them yourself? You have them yourself? All right. So the next card that comes out here is the inner child card. And of course, we had that indulgence card come out as well, right? What are they doing in the picture, right? They're eating ice cream, right? So for some of you, again, you do need to go and take a vacation, take a break, indulge a little bit, have a little fun, right? Have a little fun. Okay, get in touch with your inner child a little bit. Even if you can't go on a vacation right now, you can create a vacation in your home. Okay, so maybe you do need to take some time and you need to just relax a little bit and put the work down, especially if you're working a regular 9 to 5. A lot of you Virgo risings, I'm just going to be honest with you, some of you are going to be coming out of that whole mundane 9 to 5 type of situation. A lot of you are going to be propelled forward to have to create your own source of income. Okay, because some of you have been too dependent on your regular 9 to 5s, and we have to understand that we can't just be dependent on one source of income. We have to create multiple streams of income, guys, because some of us are out there, some of us are literally living paycheck to paycheck, and we're one check away from being homeless. Okay, and Uranus is about not only being creative, right, but expanding on your income and your creativity in multiple ways. Okay, Virgo, so that's what you need to do. All right, it's the duality with Gemini. Okay, different directions that money is going to come in for you. Okay, so some of you need to take a little vacation, get in touch with your inner child, indulge a little bit, relax, so you can open up your headspace. You can be able to start creating, okay, a lot easier and a lot better and with ease. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. So let's go ahead and keep it moving. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me again. Let me know where this falls for you. What timeline this falls for you if you're in this timeline, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. The Boss Up card came out. Again, this is just validating everything I've been saying this whole time for you guys, okay? For some of you, it's time to boss up. Okay, if you're not already a Virgo who has your own business and you're already in boss, status. If you are not, then it's time for you to boss up. Okay? Like I said, some of you, it's time for you to go ahead and be your own boss. It's time for you to create. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Time to get to it. Let's go. You've been planning. You've been doing all the planning. It's time to make a move. No, we're no longer sitting anymore under this new energy. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. We're no longer sitting anymore. If you've been in solitude, it's time to come out of that. Time to come out of that. Yeah. Come on, Virgos. Virgos gonna always get to the bag. That's one thing they gonna do. Is they're gonna get to the bag. Yeah, because some of you have literally been studying, right? You've been in solitude. You've been studying, right? Preparing yourself, getting ready to start this business, doing all the research. You've been doing it. You've been doing it, okay? It's time to make a move now. It's time to make a move. The momentum, the green light, okay? Time to make it happen. Let me know if you are a Virgo and you've been thinking about starting a business or you just started a business. Some of you that are already business owners, you are going to see momentum when it comes to your business, okay? But some of you are going to need to start doing a little bit more marketing, okay? If you're not marketing already on, like social media and things like that, some of you might need to step it up. You might need to boss up a little bit harder on the, marketing, okay, for your current business, okay? But the momentum is coming for you guys, okay? Yeah. And if you already have a business and you've been thinking about branching out, some people have businesses where they can offer multiple services, maybe not just one type of service. So if you've been thinking about doing that as a Virgo, that's where the momentum card shows up for you guys. Okay. It's time for you to step out of that, stop being stagnant and offering the same type of services. Okay. And let's expand. Okay. Let's expand. Let's get the momentum going. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. This is beautiful, Virgo. Some of you need to do some release work as well. So not only, and this connects to what I said before about going to the water, okay? Because if you didn't know, one of the best ways to manifest the things that you want is through water. Okay, whether you are, enchanting the water that you're drinking, right? Or whether you are dipping in healing waters, right? The best way to cleanse yourself is through the water. I'm sure my, religious Christian watchers know that, right? When you go to get baptized, what do? You get dipped down in the water. Okay, so the best way to cleanse and release is through the water. Okay, so if you aren't able to physically go on a vacation or go somewhere where there's healing waters and spring waters, you can get right in your shower. Okay, and you can take a shower, you can take a bath, and you can speak manifestations over yourself. Okay, you can cleanse yourself and you can speak manifestations over yourself. Okay, Virgo, but you need to go to the water. Okay, you need to go to the water and you need to cleanse yourself and do some release work. Okay, some of you might physically need to release some things, and I'm not saying go and burn up some shit, burn somebody's, I always like to use the example of the movie Waiting to Exhale, when homegirl burnt down oh boy's what she do, put all his clothes in the car and burnt them. Now that was definitely a release ritual that she did. Okay, I'm not advising that for anybody. Don't go burning somebody's stuff down, but you may need to do some form of a fire ritual as well, okay, to release some stagnant emotions or something that's still attached to you, Virgo, that could be crowding your thought process and allowing you not be able to manifest and move forward because you're feeling stuck. So either some of you need to do some water release, like some form of a water cleanse, or some of you might need to do more of a fire ritual, okay? Maybe you need to go burn them pictures of your ex-boyfriend. But do it safely. Okay? Do it safely. Do it outside in a fireproof container, okay? I don't always recommend burning things because we don't want to mess up the ozone layer, right? We want to keep the earth healthy. So I'm not encouraging that, but sometimes you got to do that. Just make sure you do it safely. Okay, don't be out here acting cray cray. Okay, because I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story, and then we're gonna go into the oracle cards because we're hitting the 30-minute mark, and I try to keep my readings at about 30 minutes. Let me tell y'all a quick funny story though. Don't be out here acting cray cray. Okay, because I remember when I was a kid, I had a brother who was dating this woman, and they broke up, and the woman shows up at my mom's house with all of my brother's clothes, and she just dropped them on the sidewalk and had a fire ritual right there on the sidewalk in the front of our house. And this woman was, I listen, I'm not gonna say she was cray cray, but I don't know what my brother did, but he did something. And listen, she did that. She did that. So, you know, I'm not saying do anything like that. I just wanted to share that little funny story with you guys. It's funny now because it was years ago, decades ago, but back at that time it wasn't funny because why you burning clothes in front of my mama's house? For real. So anyways, yeah, some of you need to do some release work, okay? You need to do some release work. So let's go ahead and move to the oracle deck, Virgo, and let's see what comes out for you guys, all right, with the oracle deck. So the Solitude card came out, which definitely validates what I said before about some of you being in solitude, and you need to come out of that. You know, you need to come out of that solitude state. Some of you have literally been studying and planning and doing things behind the scenes, kind of by yourself, right? Not really telling anyone. But it's time to come out of that, okay? That Uranus energy in Gemini, it is here officially as of today, and it's going to be with us for, you know, the next, like, what, 7 years? So you might as well buckle up. Buckle up, because Uranus doesn't wait for anybody, okay? It just happens. It's just like quick, fast, abrupt. The shakeup, it happens, and it can be a good shakeup. You just got to be ready for it, all right? Yeah. Disruption card comes out, and this symbolizes that Uranus energy for me, because for some people with the Uranus energy, it can feel like disruption because it just cuts it, right? It cuts the cord. It doesn't give you time to prepare. It just, you know, cuts it right there. All right. So, you know, this just kind of validates what I was saying with regards to the Uranus energy coming in and kind of shaking things up. And like I said, for some of you, I'm not trying to like scare you when it comes to your regular 9 to 5, but some of you are going to be making some major changes when it comes to your 9 to 5. There's going to be some disruption there. Okay. But it's going to be for the best. It's going to be for the betterment of you, Virgo. Okay. Yeah. Because some of you, you don't want to let go of that 9 to 5, because that 9 to 5 might be paying the bills. It might be, you know, giving you the kind of money that you like and that you enjoy, right? Letting you maintain a certain lifestyle, Virgo. But for some of you, the job that you're doing is not your passion. And that is the problem. And so Uranus energy is going to come in. It's going to disrupt and shake some things up, right? But it's all going to be for the betterment of you, Virgo, to align you and put you in the right path that you're supposed to be in when it comes to your career, especially for my Virgo risings, all right? So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. And if you've been sitting on starting your own business, you might want to stop sitting on it and make a move and make it happen, Virgo. Okay? Come out of that solitude. You've done enough planning, okay? That number 9 energy, completion. We're done. Wrap it up. Okay? It's time to come out of this 9 energy and go into that 1 energy, right? According to numerology. That is new beginnings. Okay? new beginnings. Also with this disruption card, okay, there's a 16 there. If you break that down, if you break that 16 down, right, it's a number 7. Okay, 7 energy when it comes to numerology is literally about transformation and rebirth. Okay, I always like to tell the story when I went through my personal life, year 7. When I went through my personal year 7, I literally came out of that. My life completely changed. Okay, I wasn't the person that I was before. When I was in my personal year 6, by the time I rolled into my personal year 8, I had a different identity. Okay, Uranus and Gemini for Virgos is about, it's going to be about the identity change for you guys in your career space, especially for Virgo risings. Okay, all right. So you're, by the time we transit out of this in the next 7 years, a lot of you are going to be doing careers. You're going to have careers. You're going to have businesses that are totally different from what you're doing right now. Okay. So again, example of that is when I was in my personal year 7, one of the times I was in my personal year 7, right? I actually gave birth to my oldest daughter. So what that means is when I was in my personal year 6, I wasn't a parent. I wasn't a mom or anything. My personal year 7 came around. I got pregnant, gave birth. By the time I rolled into my personal year 8, I was a whole mom. Life was completely different than what it was before. And that's what I mean by that 7 energy. Okay. The fact that we're going to be in Uranus in Gemini for the next 7 years, that means a lot of you Virgos are going to be in different career spaces by the time we come out of this in 2033. Okay? So, if you've been planning, you've been getting ready to move into another career space or wanting to do something that's more about your passion, it's time to buckle up. Okay? It's time to make it happen. No more sitting around on it, Virgo. Okay? Because if you don't make a move, Uranus is going to make the move for you. Okay? So it's better for you to go ahead and step out on faith, start that business, do whatever it is that you've been wanting to do creatively, right? When it comes to your career, it's better for you to make the move than for Uranus to do it for you. Okay? And then put you in a position where now you're acting out of desperation. Okay? And you don't want to do that. All right? Yeah. Yeah. Let me pull one more card and then we're going to close this out. And for those of you that are on my other platform here on the Clock app, not going to say the name, but for those of you that are here on the Clock app, if you want to go back and rewatch this reading, you're going to have to come join me over on my YT channel. Okay. It'll be saved and recorded there for you guys to go back and rewatch. Okay. So sometimes people have to like kind of go through the motions and things have to happen in order for them to be like, oh yeah, I remember I watched this reading and this person said that. So being able to go back and rewatch it again, for those of you who are Virgos, it'll be there on my YT channel. Okay, so you can go back and reference later on. All right. And again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for showing some love. I really appreciate it. It just lets me know that I'm connecting with some of you energetically. Yeah. So this final card that came out, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying just a second ago, Virgo, when I was saying that some of you need to go ahead and step out on faith and do what it is that you said you were going to do when it comes to your business, right? Or your career space. Okay, stop being afraid and just take the plunge, okay? Because some of you are going to be moving on when it comes to your career space. So some of you may be, resigning. Some of you may be released or let go from a certain job. Uranus might come in and do that for you, okay? Okay, so that is why I'm saying, if this is something you've been wanting to do, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, now is the time to make the move. We just stepped into Uranus energy. What are you afraid of? What are you scared for? Okay? Do it now before Uranus does it for you. Okay? And some of you end up in a position where you're no longer working at the job you've been at for 10, 15, 20 years. Okay? Yeah. So let me know if this resonates with you guys. If you are a cross watcher and you know a Virgo, you're in a relationship with a Virgo, and you feel like that they will, benefit from this reading, then definitely share YT people, share this share this live with them once it's on my channel, and you can go back and rewatch it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to end it there. Like I said, I normally try to keep my readings at about 30 minutes. I went about 10 minutes over today, but that's okay because the message had to get out for the Virgos out there in the world. Okay, so I love you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. And until next time, I might come back and I might do another reading later on. So you guys let me know in the comments what reading you would like for me to do next. I think I might have enough energy to do 2 readings this evening. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little break and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do another sign that I haven't done in a while. Okay, so y'all just let me know in the comments what you would like for me to do. Okay, until next time, love you for watching, guys. Bye.